With it right here with who I started with, we something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H1 Central Coast, mom and suicide doors, arsonist. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube. Your favorite stream on YouTube is back live on Chicano Street. Linda Raza, thank you again for taking time to watch this video right there. Let's go through some formalities before we get into it right now. If you see right there at the bottom below, you already know what it is. That's that thumbs up button right there. You can go ahead and hit that if you support the channel, because it helps us reach wider and wider audiences, man. We just caught the algorithm, and we're moving. We're in full swing. Man, I'm having fun doing this. I really, really am. It's the holidays, really, so I know we bullshit a lot and laugh a lot, but I really hope these holidays are treating you good. It's cold, cabrones. Hope you're warm. You got to check this out, man. You woke up, you got food in the fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, the bills are paid. You are winning. Don't let anybody else tell you that you are not. And another reason you're winning is because you're tapped into Chicano Tube right here. So anyways, there's a thumbs up button right there, but you don't have to like the channel. You don't have to like the message. You don't have to like me. You could be one of the creeps, weirdos, lurkers, stalkers, haters. They can't stand that your boy is on here kicking this Chicanismo the way someone should have came on here a long time ago and represented how to be a Chicano on YouTube. Well, you don't have to like it, but there's a chinga tu madre button right there, right next to it. It's a thumbs down. You do gotta pay to play, though. So one way or another, you gotta hit that button. Hit some button, okay? Hit something, okay? Anyways, before we get into the title of this video, let's go through the formalities, man. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to the members only, man. The members only, we've been just dropping more content over there. They got a double up this week. I highly appreciate the members only more than they know. And if you're new to the channel, stick around, man. We drop nothing but bangers over here. I'll give you a short bio. I'm a small town boy, man, from East Salinas, man. I was born and raised in the Alisal district. My community saw me born in it. My community saw me raised in it for all of my life, right? Until it was time to move on up to the east side, like the Jeffersons, right? And I'm still there now, but I'm just not doing the negative anymore. Now I'm doing the positive, okay? And my endeavors in real life would trip you guys out, man. The circles that I'm in and the things that I do, I really want to get into IRL streaming. And if I can get more time to stream, then you guys will be seeing me going to boardrooms, going to these mansions that are made out of glass. And you guys will just real trip out, right? And I know someone's going to be from YouTube when they're in the chat, you know, if I do IRL streams, because someone from YouTube in the chat is going to be like, where's your paperwork? Where's your paperwork? That's how I know you're from YouTube. But anyway, shits and giggles aside, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the title of this video right here. Do me a favor, hit that like, though. It says, TikToker Bud Light saved all of his police contacts for such a time as this. Let the telling continue, right? Again, these individuals that want to identify as tough guys, pinteros, the first time I saw him, I automatically got that vibe from him. The guy is a pintero, etc. And, you know, it's to each his own. I get it. If you spent half of your life behind the walls, etc., it's really hard to come out of that and not smell like smoke. That means not be institutionalized, not give off that vibe and energy. But the way I snapped out of it real quick is I found out that all of that doesn't amount to a hill of beans in civilized society. That means I am trying to, work, get a career. They don't give a fuck about that. I am trying to expand my businesses, buy homes. They don't give a fuck about that. I'm trying to flip homes. I'm trying to get into investments. They don't give a fuck about that. Or the clients that I deal with are high-end clients. They don't give a fuck about that. So that's how I was able to just snap out of that. I don't identify with that. That's not my get down. That's not who I am no more. Not that I've forgotten everything, but it was just easier for me to adapt. But pendejos like Bud Light aren't able to do it. They're not able to do it. They're going to keep giving those vibes off. And the sad thing about it is that they will glorify, romanticize that life without even knowing it. I'm saying this, to his credit, maybe he doesn't even know he's glorifying it. Remember, I did a video and Renegade Media reacted to something that I said after the homie Hangout passed away. Me and Rascal would have conversations, not about YouTube, not about Cheeseman. We would talk about life, family, relationships, positivity. He actually was very, rest in peace to Rascal, my brother from another mother. Let's keep your legacy alive. He was so intrigued that I had 10 plus years inside the juvenile hall and inside and going to the camp. We would talk about those certain things. And I always told him, I said, look, these videos about gangs, drive-bys, shootings, prison gangs in general, the youngsters are just looking at that for one, information, and two, they want to be that guy. Whether you told them at the end of your message, oh, gangs are wrong and gangs are this and gangs are that, they want to be that guy. You have to understand they're in a volatile age where if they keep getting fed shit about the legends and being this and being that, then they're going to keep striving to do that. And ultimately, it could cost them their life. It could cause them their whole life behind the wall or their life out here and hit the grave. And it's going to cause their family years and years and years of heartache. So I like to sleep good at night by knowing that that shit is not on my conscience on this motherfucking YouTube. All the tough guys, I'm in the mix and I do this and I'm big and bad. And you know who these tough guys are. You should already know by just tuning into my channel who they are. So this individual right here, this year had one of the biggest falls from grace. I mean, you have 300 and I think it was 40 pages of testifying come out. And it's the new generation. We're in a new age right now, right? Where people can tell, but come on the internet and act like nothing. People can get little girls pregnant, come on the internet and act like nothing. People could be predators, weirdos, and creeps. The screenshots come out, come on the internet and act like nothing. I will stay on the motherfucking neck of all these pendejos because it's my PSA over to the women so they can protect their children and ultimately protect themselves by watching out with these weirdos. But to each his own. You can stay subscribed over there. Oh, master, it's okay. You touched a 14-year-old. Just teach me about the fall of Babylon. You know, that's okay. That's okay as well. I'm not a hater. I'm not one pendejo try to say that I said failing channel, and I never said that. Show that motherfucking receipt that I said anything about a failing channel, because that's a hating ass comment. That ain't my klecha. To try to take money out of someone's pocket, to try to take bacon off someone's table that they're trying to feed their family. I don't get down like that. And that's why I know that God has blessed me, and that's why we're smashing shit and where we're at right now. But anyways, this individual right here had one of the biggest falls of grace this year. You're going to see him on the YouTube Yarda, maybe in multiple categories on there, because I got to start recording that shit now, man. That shit's going to turn into a receipt-a-thon like chemo, straight up. And so this individual recently just came on, and I wanted to point out this strategy. I was going to call it an antic, but it's really a maneuverized, very strategic strategy, a maneuver of his, right? And let me just go ahead and bring it up. So I do like to give credit where credit is due. This is coming by way of, this is ExposedTube. I want to give a shout out to ExposedTube because he came in, walked on the YouTube Yarda, you know what I mean? Checked him out. He's good, and he's been fucking going for it, man. He's been doing removal after removal, and you know, the generals of the YouTube Yarda recognize that. We see someone that's striving. We see someone that is wrecking shit. We see, and we appreciate that, especially when you're on the heads and necks of these individuals who get drunk every night and have gone to a whole new low. This is lower than the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel is too high for where they're at. Now they're making fun of children every day on TikTok. That's another video. That's a whole nother video. But check out this strategy from someone that I believed didn't erase all of his police contacts when he testified and sang like a mockingbird. I mean, he told it all in those pages. He was scared to catch the bus because they might hit him. He was scared to hit the yard because there was people on the yard that might hit him. And he's scared for his life and all these other things that the paperwork says on top of name after name after name, right? Well, it is what it is, right? But here he is. I want to play this out for the people. This is coming by ExposedTube. Oh, if I didn't already mention, subscribe to ExposedTube, man. ExposedTube, again, this is something that Triple OG, I believe, he birthed. He birthed these channels, okay, which are channels that only look on the internet for people that are hypocrites. They say one thing, they do another thing, or they are definitely, we need to PSA the public and let them know who they are. These are not people we want around our wives or our families. This is what Triple OG did. And again, he's birth channels, and this is ExposedTube. So shout out to ExposedTube. He is in the running for Rookie of the Year at the YouTube Yarda Awards. Be on the lookout for that. Again, let's see if you guys can see, and mostly my street IQ people will catch this, but if not, I'm going to explain it for my civilian people, okay? Let's go.
It's okay. I never report nobody.
JJ, what's up? Are you still beefing?
What? Hold on. I don't report nobody, but I have some family members that are fed up. They said people want to dox people, put phone numbers, addresses. My family members that are not part of the street life said they're going to start contacting the police. And so all you guys that are doing that, hey, congratulations. Hey, if they come knocking on your door, you earned that.
Okay, hold on. So that oh shit, that's crazy. You know what? I'm going to start this off more on a serious note. Well, I don't want to say serious, but just, I'm not joking when I say this, just know this. And then we'll get into some clowning around right now. But I want to say this without joking, straight pinchy face, just to guys that let you know this YouTube thing. Yeah, it should. I agree with that. It should never go that far. As far as doxing and all that, I understand that that's like a troll move, right? Oh, hear this, hear that, hear this. And your boy has been on the end of shit too as well. I tell the trolls, if you want to know where all my house is or you want to know where all my offices are, matter of fact, I'm opening up a new office in Watsonville in about 3 weeks. If you want to be for the ribbon cutting ceremony on that, trolls, let me know, cabrones. 831-240-4328. I actually have all that information on what I call a dot card. I don't know if you've seen it trending on Instagram. There's something called a dot card, right? It has all your offices, all your phone numbers, all the information, you know what I mean? So it's funny that trolls will try to do something like that, but 831-240-4328, and I'll send you my dot card. You could do a video about everything, about this office, that office, this office, that, all the offices or addresses or whatever. That's totally fine with me, right? Or just go to LinkedIn, because I'm a very public figure, and you'll see all my information on LinkedIn. And that's true, actual information, because I update that all the time. I don't want it to be outdated. I want it to be current addresses and current things, etc. Because I'm just a transparent motherfucker, and I guess it bugs people because people come on the internet and they try to hide. I don't got time for that shit, man. I really don't, man. But anyways, so Officer Villa, right, ExposedTube has given him that name, which we're going to go back to the video right now, said something that is true. I mean, doxing people, again, trolls, sticks and stones will break your bones, but they think videos will hurt people. They will do videos, right? Because that's all they can do is do a video, right? They're not going to pull up to run the fade. I guarantee you that, because even when we did September to remember Mexican Independence Day, which we're going to do Cinco de Mayo next year, and again, Mexican Independence Day, I put the address on Instagram. Like 2 weeks before the event, I left it as a post on my Instagram and I put it on the YouTube page. Anybody has any issues, then go ahead and pull up right here. And whoever you got an issue with, you can go ahead and run that motherfucking fade, put the pedal to the metal, and finally get out of the chat and get out of doing little pussy-ass videos and show motherfuckers that you run it. But they won't do that because, you know, it's called internet balls, right? A lot of people have internet balls. They could have pulled up, but they're not going to pull up. They'll keep making videos about you, but they won't accept the fade. I guess it is what it is. We can see that it's all for clout, right? So I don't agree with dropping addresses and doxing because I just don't think it, if it needs to get serious, then why not run that motherfucking fade? But a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? Like Melting Face, a.k.a. Big Clecha. He doesn't want to run the fade because he knows I will knock those dentures right out of his fucking mouth. It's going to look like an episode from The Simpsons when his dentures go flying out like Grandpa's dentures on The Simpsons. And he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that, right? Or if he did want it, I'm like, I'm going to go just do a video on, I'd rather just do videos on him because there's so much content. And I think I'm going to continue that series, Level 10 series with Big Clecha, because I got a lot of feedback. And this dude just got so much content to drop on him. And the worst part is I have to watch videos about him to kind of learn his mannerisms. But anyways, back to Officer Villa. Yeah, I don't agree with doxing. Gente, anything we do in this life, you will get it back in this life, okay? A lot of us that did time behind the walls are fucking witnesses to this rule, this law, right? Of you reap what you sow, right? I could want to chinga tu madre, get in my feelings, throw jackets, disrespect wives, disrespect hoods for views, likes, comments, ultimately clout, right? Because I have no clecha. The only reason I would do that is because I have no clecha. No OGs lace me up. Because if I were to act like that on the internet, my OGs would be embarrassed if they saw me on the internet, still at almost 60 years old, trying to act tough and putting little youngsters on, but real OGs are trying to take youngsters out of the hood. But anyways, so I don't believe in doxing because what goes around comes around. You will do it in this life, but even if you did dox a motherfucker, no one is going to pull up. The only people that have pulled up, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 fighters in the content creator series of fighting. Every single one of these fighters not just wrote a check with their motherfucking mouth, but they pulled the fuck up. Pulling up to the fake OGs is like what Little Toro did. Let me go to LA and let me pull up inside an empty parking lot and do a clout chasing little YouTube video. Where you at? Where you at? The pull up is real. The pull up is real. That's like being on a real yarda, and it's about to go down. You got the kite, get your pedazos. Tomorrow we're getting off, and you don't go to yard that day. And you got a little cell phone in your cell, and you do a little TikTok, YouTube live and said, I pulled up. Oh, man. Pulling up has a different definition. How I got schooled, okay, and where I'm from, it's a different. And now people say pulling up is this, pulling up is that, pulling up is that. You ain't got no motherfucking action under your belt. All you did was pull out. You haven't pulled up yet. The people want to see you pull up, but I'm digressing. So Officer Villa says, wait a second. They're doxing me and family members. It's getting to that point. Again, I don't agree with it. I'm sitting, on the mesa as one of the YouTube generals, second in command, right? Under Chemo, first in command. And then right next to me is another solid individual, Cali Legends Media, third in command of the YouTube Yarda. I am saying I don't agree with these things, but if two individuals on the yarda want to go at it and want to take it to every motherfucking level they want, just know this, because I am a man of faith. Whatever you do, you're going to get back in this life. All right, let's keep it moving.
Lucky, are you still beefing? Never was, bro. Never was beefing.
Squares don't have to live by the street code.
That's the excuse for him to tell, using his family. Man, well, fuck you, John Villa.
No.
I don't know who Exposed Tube is, but not only does he have a sense of humor, I can hear it. I can hear it in his voice. He's gamed up. He's a gamed up. He's a laced up individual. And to this point right now, he's kept it solid on YouTube by just stepping on the necks of weirdos, predators, creeps, hypocrites, and fake OGs and fake tough guys, right? I don't know who he is, but that made me laugh right now, but he picked up on it. You got it right, my boy. Absolutely an indirect way of me telling people, yeah, keep doing what's getting on my nerves, because it's getting to him. This is absolutely if it wasn't getting to him, gente, he wouldn't have said what he said. Bud Light, trust me, Bud Light, I know he has some klecha. I know it. I hear it. Oftentimes, it comes out. Aside him getting drunk, acting like an idiot, pulling out a little bag of fucking yayo, doing rails on the fucking internet, and disrespecting women, sex playing, and now disrespecting children, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. Aside that, there's these glimmers of klecha that come out of him, and so he knows the way I'm going to cover this up. And all he's going to do is make police reports. Trust me. The police, they probably watch YouTube, but don't have the manpower. I don't know, but I don't think they have the manpower just to be watching YouTube all day. Hey, you're a YouTube officer. Just fucking watch YouTube all day. See what you see. That I don't think is the case, because, again, a lot of the politics that go behind it has a lot of cities understaffed with police. Crime goes up because the staff is understaffed, and they're only responding over to immediate, very dangerous situations, okay? So they are not going to make issues out of a phone call. Hey, I'm on YouTube, and something happened on this YouTube stream. I mean, I can almost bet money, I won't, but I can almost bet money that that's just not how it works, okay? But someone that doesn't know shit, oh yeah, well, get ready, they're gonna call the cops. If they come knocking on your door, they come knocking on your door, what? For a fucking chat comment? For what? For a fucking caption, for a thumbnail. Now, if you're under investigation and you ratted on yourself, which Officer Villa has done in the past, he's ratted on himself, and a lot of people have put that name on him, that jacket on him, because it fits. Because it fits. This year was the fall of grace for Officer Villa. But he doesn't know it to that far. It is what it is, right? But it won't stop him from getting on his little laptop, right? Well, let me go ahead. And again, he's a street individual. He's an OG in his eyes, and he's solid in his eyes, and he stand up in his eyes, but he still won't stop doing police reports. He's doing police report. Check this out. There was a comment on December 8th at 11:30 p.m. And I don't know who he is, but his name is this. Here's a link. Here's his URL, etc. And it gets fucking buried in the police reports, just like someone stole my bike off my balcony. Let's finish the video, though. It's about 20 seconds away from being done. Shout out to Exposed Tube.
Oh, I got a phone call yesterday from family, and they were like, okay, I've been telling them, leave it alone. But they're like, no, we don't.
Okay, hold on a second. See, here's the thing. The reason I believe, again, I don't know, I can't be 100%. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that are just going to throw shit out there and think they're 100%. I believe the family, would be fed up, right? If there's the addresses and everything getting dropped on the internet, which, again, I don't agree with. You're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to get it in this fucking life one way or another. Next thing you know, you get sick. Next thing you know, your fucking car breaks down. Next thing you know, just life is where you're gonna fucking stay stuck for where you're at, if it's struggling or whatever, because you know you do dirty ass shit, right? I don't agree with doxing, but I will just leave that out there, right? Why is the family? The family is really involved in this because Officer John Villa got them involved in this. Let me say that again. You might be asking yourself, well, how did Officer John Villa get them involved in this? Look at his conduct on the internet. Tell me this. Would it ever have gotten to this point? Bud Light, maybe he's listening to this video. Would it have ever have gone to this point if you would have stayed true to yourself in the beginning and just kick knowledge for the youngsters to not go down that stray path, those traps and pitfalls of life? Would it have come to this if you would have stayed true to yourself? Ask yourself that. But no, you decided to go for the money. You decided to sell yourself out. You decided to join hip with another individual who is a weirdo, talks about 16-year-olds. And I'm not going to name all his jackets, but that motherfucker is wearing like 3 jackets. And you got the trolls, all the trolls in hell to come after you because of the fake-ass fakery that you do. And because you do all this shit on the internet, right, for money, you sold your family out for money. Damn, everything I just said right now is the coldest truth. He has to look in the mirror now and say, I brought this on my family. No one else brought this on my family. I brought it on my family. I know he wishes he could probably rewind and stay true to himself and not sell his character out, but this motherfucker sold himself out directly to the devil himself for views, likes, and a little YouTube check, right? It is what it is. Gente, if you like the fire content that we're dropping right here, hey, hit that pinchy thumbs up. Drop a comment below if you got something to say about this thing. I saw the strategy where now he's going to start doing police reports, thinking it's going to get him somewhere, but it's just going to be another police report. You know, this is no more important than, hey, one of my rims got stolen. To the police. It just is what it is, man. Hit that thumbs up. If not, you can hit the chinga tu madre. If not, swipe right and there's a hype video button. Gente, I'm out to the next episode, but don't forget to help others move in excellence because it's going to bless them and it's going to bless you at the same time. Gente, I'm out. I'll see you on the next one.